Parade is, by its description, a multi-fandom role-playing hosting group with over 30,000 members. At the time of recording, Parade is the largest horror role-playing group. It was founded by Cloudy Pink, or just Cloudy, on May 21st, 2020. The Parade is most notable for their games based on the actual Danganronpa games, as well as custom maps such as Hisakawa High School. They also have games based on other things, such as Town of Salem and RuPaul's Drag Race. Hello, my name is Empty Socket, and today we're looking at the Parade, the largest hive mind currently on Roblox. According to a simple Google search, a hive mind is a notional entity consisting of a large number of people who share their knowledge or opinions with one another, regarded as producing either uncritical conformity or collective intelligence. A term you may be more familiar with is echo chamber. Basically, one person says everything, it bounces back and forth until everyone agrees, or you're ousted for not agreeing. When there's a common consensus in a group that X is bad, Y is bad, Z is bad, that's not a problem. But it's when you take it to extremes and unreasonable levels that problems start to form. So now let me tell you my story about the parade. Yes, I am actually a two-time host in the parade. Once on Empty Socket, and another time on an account called Chill Boys Chill. Both times, I was ousted. I do want to say before we get into that story, though, do not send any hate to Cloudy. With that being said, let's get on with the story. If the camera quality changes a bit, sorry, it's an Xbox camera. Can't do much better. I rejoined the parade as Chill Boys Chill. The reason I didn't rejoin as Empty Socket is because, well, people don't like that guy. So I decided to try to start anew. To all of you, I do apologize for lying about my identity, but I hope you see where I felt the necessity to lie about that. I ended up getting warned for what everyone agrees was a pretty dumb reason. Afterwards, I lost faith in the parade and decided to leave. And eventually I came back. Was that silly of me? Yes. And you can make all the criticism you want. After I came back, I decided to purchase a host sash for 3,000 Robux. Do the math yourself. I figured, hey, may as well. I missed hosting, so I decided to try and pick it back up. I don't know how long it was that I was there, but that entire time, not a single training happened. In fact, the first training was going to take place the day after my major controversy. So, thanks guys, very cool. Let me set the scene. I was 16 years old and a complete dumbass. As someone who grew up watching the edgier side of YouTube, I picked up the R slur as part of my vocabulary. I just thought of it similar to stupid or idiot, not knowing the true meaning behind it. So I said it in a Discord call in a different server, not Parade. And I got shit on. And I was confused and upset, so I left the server. I apologize. That's all I can really say. I didn't know the context, and I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. After that, some motherfucker named Rib decided to spread this shit everywhere, calling me an ableist, a racist, and a fucking groomer. Let's address these points one by one. First is the biggest one that I'm considering an ableist. I don't think saying a slur that at the time, again, I did not know was a slur, makes me an ableist. It's not like I'm pointing and laughing at someone who has mental deficiencies or has a broken leg or anything like that. I said a word that can be considered offensive. And again, I am sorry for doing that. Plus, I have autism, which means if someone made fun of me for having autism, they would be ableist. So you're calling me ableist for saying a word. Genius. The second claim was racism. What the fuck? No. I don't know what to say. No. I'm not. Apparently I dug my own grave somehow by admitting to accidentally saying the N-word when I was rapping along with a song. When a song is going like a million miles an hour, Do you really expect me to have a perfect track record of me just going, like stopping with every single time it's said? That's unrealistic. So I asked if anyone else has said it, and they said no, which, okay, sure. But for you to act like you've never slipped up your words, that's such like a moral grandstand. For you to say, oh, I've never said anything even slightly debatable or controversial. You will go to hell for saying that. Fuck you, basically. The last one is an allegation that I'm a groomer, and people actually believe this. I'm going to treat this topic extremely seriously, as it deserves to be treated seriously. There are 3 people who I was a little bit sexual towards in my joking. A lot of people know this, but my jokes can be very explicit or sexual in some cases. People that I was joking with all knew, as far as I was aware, that it was jokes. I said on multiple occasions, hey, if I'm making you uncomfortable, ask me to stop. They never did, so I kept going. There were 3 people, as I said, who I was joking with. I was 16 at the time. One of them was 15. One of them was 14, about to turn 15. Again, as far as I'm aware. The third one, I will apologize for not verifying the age, but they were 12. When I talk to someone on Discord, I expect them to be at least 13, which that doesn't make it any better. I still should have verified the age. I apologize. But what the fuck is a 12-year-old doing on Discord? Like, I'm the type of guy who, if I find someone under the age of 13 on Discord, I don't care if it's my friend or not, I'm reporting them. Because that's just against terms of service. And again, it doesn't excuse me not verifying age. It wouldn't have been better if they were 13. I very much apologize. The main screenshot going around of this is me saying vibe checked my cock. That's a joke. That's clearly a joke. You guys think I was actually, like, going up to someone and say, hey, vibe check my cock? No. Like, they made a vibe check joke, and I made a joke back, vibe check my cock. Like, it's a joke. Come on, guys. A couple of days ago, I decided to come clean in the parade about who I was. I got shit on hard. And now we're going to move on to the topic that was brought up during that conversation, that I was a suibaiter. For those unaware, suibaiter is short for suicide baiter. People accused me that I use suicide threats to manipulate people. What they didn't know is that when I did that, I actually did try to fucking kill myself. I know it's very serious and heavy to drop that, but I did try to take my own life via hanging myself that day. It's still hard to talk about to this day. But my dad stopped me after catching me trying, and I was sent to mental hospital for the second time in my life. Stayed there for about a month or 2, and I was discharged. For someone to just assume that because you're still alive, you were using suicide as a way to manipulate people is infuriating. Oh, you didn't shoot yourself in the head because the gun wasn't loaded, and then someone caught you trying to do that and sent you to the hospital? Well, you were just using suicide as a way to manipulate us. You weren't actually going to kill yourself. That's ridiculous to me. You don't know people's struggles. Stop assuming you do. I asked a question out of somewhat a bit of rage. I asked people there, would it have been better if I hung myself? Yes, they said yes. When you go from trying to provide real criticism to saying you should have killed yourself, you're crossing a line that should never be crossed. I'm not going to hurt myself. I've gotten much better. I'm in a better place now than I was a few years ago. But it's still infuriating to know that at least one person said that it would have been better if I died. It's very upsetting. A lot of people said that I haven't grown. or I haven't done anything to show that I've grown. All those people there haven't spoken to me ever or in a year or two. They weren't giving me a chance to show that I've grown. I hate this term, but it really is the best way to describe it. Cancel culture. The parade is built on it. You admit to doing something wrong, try to explain yourself, and apologize for the things that you did do wrong, you're out. You have no friends. You have no future in the group. You have no future in all other donor groups. Because remember, it's the largest one. Word from a central large point spreads fast outward to smaller areas. I'm not going to ever be in a Danganronpa host again. And it's all because people don't want me to change. Basically, fuck the parade. If anything comes of me uploading this video somehow, I'll make a follow-up. Not a big deal. But other than that, consider me retired from YouTube. It's just sheer unmotivation. I don't feel like doing anything, so at this point, who knows what the future holds. That being said, my name's Empty Socket, and I'll see you whenever. Take care.